You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming, and something me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Shelter. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alrighty. Let's see, I can skip scene dialogue, so let's go ahead and do that, y'all. Oh. Much better, okay. Much better.
Oh no, Teak, you're wounded!
This? Nah, this is nothing. You should have seen me in that fight. That puny monster tried to have a taste of my iron muscles, but instead I fed it a mouthful of my iron. Steel? Yeah, my steel. So Max, how about you sit down with me and I can tell you everything? Hey! The big dog pats at the spot at the bench beside him, but he gets interrupted by an old blue healer leaning between him and Max to examine the relics on the table. Hey, Thistle, sir, go away! Murray said you're giving stuff away. Where's my gift? Why do you assume I brought you anything, you crazy old dog fart? Thistle, the short blue healer dog, raises his wooden walking cane and bonks Teak on top of his head, making a dull sound. The pain doesn't make Teak flinch, but there's anger rising in his eyes. His chest heaves and he lets a growl rumble in his throat. In the meantime, Rune takes the opportunity to snatch Max's new toy to play with it himself. Seriously, Rune? That's not the way to speak to your elders, pup. Thistle leans forward to Teak's face so close that their snoots are almost touching. The reckless geezer, he's gonna get his whole head bitten off. And don't pretend you didn't bring me anything. I know you did. You like me. Thistle winks with a smile and puts his hand on top of Teak's head to pet the spot he just hit. Teak's expression slowly melts down from fury into just a glare of annoyance and disgust. He takes another relic from the table and shoves it into Thistle's hands. It's a long, intricate metal pole with a bunch of confusing parts. Thistle looks it over from all sides, fascinated. What could it be? It's a... Oh, I know what it is. It has the perfect length and a firm handle. It's a walking cane. Yes, but that's not all. You see this weird tube on the side? Try looking through it. No, the other end. Here, look. I got it. Holy moly, it enlarges things. Inconceivable. With his new walking cane awkwardly nested over his shoulder, the old man looks around the tavern through the tube on the side of the cane. He laughs like a child while pointing at the faces of the dogs around him. Ha ha ha! Chief, I can count your whiskers. That's cool, but get it off my face. I wonder what this part does. Thistle puts the hand on the weird curved trigger placed on the other side of the tool. Still aiming at Rune's face, he pulls the trigger. But nothing happens. Oh, that does nothing, but you can twist these bits in the tube to make things appear smaller or larger. I see. Ha! Silly ancients, a looking glass on a walking cane. Who would have thought? They really were a bunch of mad geniuses, weren't they? Ha ha ha!
You're having fun with this thing, huh?
I don't know how attached you are to your old wooden cane. It's probably an item of sentimental value, but still. So I would like to skip, but the problem is that it gives like zero context when I skip. So it just goes like right to another choice. So I'm gonna get past that choice and then see what it does. Oh no, you can have that piece of junk. This is much better. Thistle puts his new walking cane on the ground and poses with it. Weirdly, it suits him, I think. Max, look, listen.
Wow, it plays on its own. How did you do that?
I just punched in a bunch of these knobs at random. If you figure it out, you can probably make it play all kinds of different notes.
It plays at perfectly even intervals. This is going to be so helpful when I practice my sense of rhythm.
This is amazing. Max, you can add this instrument to your songs.
Ha! Yeah, I'm already getting some ideas. Let's see.
Max takes his lute off his back and starts trying some random chords and melodies. At first, nothing seems to fit, but with more experimentation, he manages to harmonize his playing with the monotonous beeping of the box. All the while, Teak is staring at him, fascinated. Both of them are taking so much happiness out of that little gizmo. Finally, Max stops and puts his lute back on his back.
I love it! I'm gonna have so much fun with it! Thank you again, Teak.
Ha! I hope you would like it.
Of course I do. This is amazing. So, Rune, how do you make it go quiet again?
Let's see. Rune takes the box and starts pushing the buttons one after another. It's like he does it at random again. Uh-oh. After a while, he gives up and puts it back on the table. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. That's your field, Max. Better find a way or it's gonna drive everyone insane. Max, you have the best nose in the whole shelter. Can't you figure it out?
I mean, yeah, I can smell mana on it, a few different types of it. Definitely feline. This one, that's ungulated. But that's all I can tell. I can't actually read the display. Only the humans can.
The humans, huh? We should ask Luke then. I still haven't got your drink. I still haven't got you your drink anyway, Teak. We need to call the human. We can figure it out on our own. He's probably busy anyway. Nonsense. He's been standing behind the bar, polishing the same mug for 10 minutes and staring at us like a creep. As he always does. Thistle waves at me with a cheerful grin. Wave back. I put up a forced smile and waved back from behind the bar, glaring at Thistle. Stupid old dog, you'd have to put it like that. Oh, ignore. I trail my sight away from them and pretend I don't notice Thistle waving at me. It would be somehow weird to admit that I was staring and eavesdropping all this time from behind the bar, even though it's kind of true. Oh, maybe he wasn't paying any attention to us after all. Second, y'all. Water time. Alright, guys and gals, and we are back. Let's jump back into it, shall we?
Nah, he definitely was.
How do you know?
I just do. I know him too well.
That must be so awkward to be caught red-handed and called out on stalking. Truly shameful. I would be so embarrassed. I think he's just shy, that's all.
I'm not shy, I'm ignoring you all. See? He was listening.
Told you. Look, his skin's getting red. Does that mean... is he getting a kick out of it? All humans like public humiliation, that's...
No, I'm not! Okay, I am getting embarrassed now. Happy? Humans don't always blush from arousal. You guys want those drinks or not?
4 mugs here if you could. I give the old dog a glare with a very long sigh. And I can't help but laugh. They're all being dumb, but that's all in good spirit. I love them for that. Sure, coming right up. I take the mug I was polishing all this time and fill it to the brim. This one is for Teak. I mean, all my mugs are clean, but I feel this one is somehow special just because I was wiping it for so long. I grab 3 more mugs and fill them up with ale as well. I grab all 4 of them and take them to the table with the dogs. As soon as I put them down, Thistle and Max grab theirs and start sipping. Wow, they were thirsty, huh? Rune finishes his previous mug and hands it to me, empty. Then he starts sipping on the fresh one. Teak doesn't touch his. Welcome back, Teak. You should eat the stew that Burry brought you. It's getting cold. I will eat it when I want to. Do you want me to warm it up for you? I reach out to grab the bowl, but Teak snarls so fiercely I jump away. Then he grabs a spoon and starts stuffing himself with the stew in such a hurry that the bowl gets emptied before I even have the time to regain my composure. Teak pushes the empty bowl in my direction while wiping his mouth with the back of his hand. Here, now go away. Sure.
Wait, Luke, before you go...
Take a look at it for us, would you? The beeping box? Yes, come on, sit down with me. Rune tugs at my sleeve and urges me to sit down. When I take my seat by the husky, he pushes the box in front of me. Thistle and Max sit down too, in front of us on Teak's bench. They stare at me full of anticipation.
Can you do it?
Yeah, I think so. But what do you want me to find out?
Well, for now, just see how to turn it off and back on.
If it can play different sounds. Yeah, something like a trumpet. I like trumpets. Why do you think it can blow a trumpet? Who knows? The relics are mysterious.
Yeah, why not? See if we can play different sounds, and maybe if we can adjust the rhythm.
Got it. Just give me a few minutes and I'll find out what I can. Well then. Guys, stop staring at me, please. That's weird. Isn't that what you do all the time yourself? Okay, yeah, true. I wonder why Teak hates humans so much. Never really got answered. But still, talk between each other if you want. This may take me a while. I take the beeping box in my hands. It's smooth and cold to the touch. Look at the display on the front, but I can't really read it either. At least it's not like that. At least it's not just like that. There's a trick to it. Every race is born with certain abilities, like canines can sense the presence of other creatures. That's a versatile ability with a variety of uses, like tracking a location of the prey or coordinating maneuvers with other pack members with thoughts alone. Abilities like that are fueled by energy produced inside one's body. We call it mana. Whenever there's a conscious life, there's also mana. In the air, in the ground. Every living being that is capable of thoughts expels mana into the environment. Every species produces a different type of it. That's a wide topic to cover, but the important part is that the relics we find around here are tools that run on mana. This display here is the same. It takes that life energy and burns it to display the symbols hidden to the naked eye, and the ability of the human race is to see all mana. Look, he's doing it! My surroundings seem to lose all color except for the sources of mana. Every canine in the tavern appears to me as burning torches of red, and the long, bright cables remind me of... See, I told you there's that weird glint in his eyes when he does that. You just have to look closely. Look from this angle. Whack. Stop that! I have to concentrate. It's already tiring enough as it is. It's like as tiring on my mind as fast-paced running is on my body. But I love running. I can run all day long. I put my hand on his shoulder and tried to push him away from me with all my strength. But he's so heavy he doesn't budge. I end up sliding on the bench, pushing myself away from him at my arm's length. Oh well, I guess that works too. Max, could you... Sure, Luke. Next time anyone tries to disturb you, I'll bonk them for you. With Thistle's old but still sturdy wooden cane. Thanks. Well then. I concentrate and activate Mana Vision again. No more wasting time. I have to deal with this thing quickly while the dogs still behave. So, the box. Huh. Let's see. The box is smooth and cold to the touch. It weighs maybe around 1 kilogram. The cylinder is made out of 3 main compartments, and there's a glass display with a bunch of little buttons on the front. Those metal compartments look like containers for 3 different kinds of mana, and the display part probably contains controls of the flow between each of them. There are a few wires connecting the parts. They're so bright that it's really hard for me to tell apart the colors of each wire right now. Looks like no. The thing that bugs me the most is the type of parts used. That's a lot of mana stored. I've seen parts like these in powering units of some of the bigger machines around Shelter. That's weird for just a beeping box. Uh-oh. I look at the front of the box again and examine the glass display. Now that I can see mana, the symbols on it are revealed. It's on some kind of a countdown. The buttons are a simple set of 10 digits plus a few more for navigating the menu. The display itself shows a countdown and a few extra symbols. I try pushing each button, but nothing changes on the display. I'm unable to change it in any way whatever Rune set with this random button pressing. The countdown keeps going, making a beep with each passing second. What's going to happen when the countdown reaches 0? Or just go quiet again? However, those mana storage compartments are really bugging me. A simple effect like this wouldn't require that much power. From the construction of the box, I can guess that the base for the effect is the purple mana and the color of the ungulate races. The red and orange correspond to canine and feline mana respectively. Hey, guys? Does any of you know what's the ungulate spell that uses canine and feline? Huh? That would be... I know. That's Breach of Colchis. A massive explosion of scorching hot purple flames, hot enough to melt stone and steel. I once fought a bull general who wielded that magic. Truly devastating. Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. We lost so many good boys in that battle. We did, but we won in the end. Nothing can waver canine bravery and unity. Even against an enemy who could incinerate a whole platoon with a single magic breath, we stayed united and remained victorious. Why, Luke? Why are you asking? My hands start sweating as I hold the box and stare at the countdown on the display. Somehow the box seems much heavier now than it felt before. Could it really be it? An explosion magic? This is bad. Really bad. And now I have some idea what the box's true nature may be, but what should I do? Should I tell the others? Deep breath. Deep breath. This is a bomb! Huh? A what? That's bullshit. This is a musical instrument, not a... No, it's a time bomb and it's about to explode! Ah! In panic, Rune grabs the box and slams it on the floor with full force. To everyone's dread, he reaches for the handle of his sword. Rune, no! Stupid dog! As Rune swings his blade, I leap over and cover the bomb with my own arm. The edge of the sword comes to a full stop so close to the skin that it actually cuts the hairs on my forearm.
Pook, move! We have to destroy it! You idiot! If you cut it all, you'll set it off!
Then what do we do? Take it outside, now! There's no time!
Ooh!
Luke, what's the commotion?
Burry, give me your knife, please! And Max, here!
I grab the bomb and toss it to the dachshund. He stares at me wide-eyed. Oh my god. In the meantime, Burry hands me the knife he got from Teak and looks at us confused. Max, sniff the cables. Which ones connect to the blasting caps? While everyone in our group is shaking in obvious panic, Max is the only one who manages to regain his composure. He nods and brings the box closer to his nose. Everyone stares at him in silence as he inspects it with short sniffs and his eyes closed.
This one, and this one, the green one and the yellow one. You'll need to cut them in that order, green and yellow.
I nod and lean over immediately to put the knife against the cable. Green and yellow. Green.
Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Green cable, cut it. Okay.
Alright. The green cable was cut in half. Nothing happened. I feel my heart beating in my chest wildly as I look at the other cables. I take a deep breath and put the knife against them.
Are you sure about the yellow one, Max? I'm sure. Do you not trust me? I do, but just
cut the damn cable, human! I squeeze my eyes shut and struggle to keep the knife steady while applying the pressure against the cable.
Please.
And again. Okay. Sniff now. Just keep those cables separate. Don't let them touch.
There's no connection anymore.
Do you think it's safe now? Let's hope so. Ah! It worked! As expected, the countdown finishes and stops at 0 without activating. After a moment, an error message pops up. Both me and Max sigh in relief. Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and head off now. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!